Today I'm going to talk about how to see it differently when your twin flame acts like a liar or a hypocrite. And I picked this topic because I have been dealing with this for so long and it was very difficult for me to process. Because my twin flame just seemed to be this lying son of a bitch, and he was the runner, so it's more likely to be a runner type of person who acts like that. And when you see the core behind the behavior, it's a lot easier to process the whole experience. So you stop blaming yourself that you haven't seen it. You allowed yourself to be lied to, and you will be able to spot this type of person in the future a lot easier. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. So there are multiple reasons why a person would lie. And I'm going to give you a few examples and you will see the weakness behind it. And it will give you a little bit of a relief that you understand what is behind the behavior. So the most common one is that the person is entitled and selfish. So they lie in order to get what they want. And behind that is that they don't see the ability that they could get what they want in a healthy manner, that they are upfront, they tell you exactly what they want, how they want it, and they would like to cooperate. So it's a very, very childish behavior. And imagine a little 3-year-old child who just lies his or her ass off to get the candy. So that's the type of person you are dealing with, who is an adult in the body, but in the emotional part is still a little 2, 3, 4-year-old child who doesn't have the adult ability to communicate their needs in a healthy way. Another type of lie is when the person doesn't want to hurt your feelings. And in certain circumstances, I would say this is an acceptable reason to lie. But the problem is that many times people use it when it could be resolved in a very, very different way. So it's again that they don't really know how to communicate things in a healthy way. So as you could catch it, the first one was unhealthy communication, and this is actually unhealthy communication as well. And the third one, and this is going to be the last one, is a very, very common runner type of behavior. And this was really on my heart because this came up so many times that what my runner said to me, like, he seemed completely honest, because you can actually catch a person when the person is lying because their tone of voice changes or their facial expression changes. But he seemed so honest what he said. He felt that he meant it. And this is where the thing is, that avoidance, because the runner is going to be in the attachment type, the avoidant, and everything is on a spectrum. So some people are more avoidant than others. And the spectrum means that how rigid they are, how likely they are going, the ability to change. And uh, it means that when they say what they say, they actually mean it. They believe they are going to go through with that. So this is actually promises. So this type of lie is going to be a promise that they tell you, or they appear to be a type of person, and these are going to be the hypocrites kind of people. And when it comes to that they have to deliver, or they have to prove that these are these type of people, what they tell, what they told you or promised, they become their own opposite. So it's like you feel like you are stabbed in the back. It's like, what the fuck? And behind of this behavior is actually a huge cowardice. These people are phobic people. These are cowards who have these wishes and imaginations that this is what they want to do, this is their goal, or I believe this is who I am. But when the chance is there, they don't take it. Or when they have to prove that, okay, now it's your turn to do what you promised, they feel frightened and they go back to their fear. And I'm saying this because I blame myself so many times that why didn't I spot it? The problem is you can't spot it because again they believe that they will do it. They believe that these are this type of people, what they present, that this is who they are. But in reality, they are just too disconnected from their inner part, and that's the fear, and their fear is too big. And you can't do anything with the past. The past is past. But in order to spot this type of behavior, I'm just going to give you a few examples. So an avoidant is going to come across kind of a shy person, who is very nice, very calm, agrees with you all the time. This is a huge red flag. A person who agrees with you all the time is very, very unhealthy, who always goes along with you. So if a person doesn't expresses their disagreement, that's a bad red flag. And I'm not talking about within 2 days. We have been dating for 2 days. No, it's like in a long term, because an avoidant person agrees with you because they want peace. But the problem is that these are passive aggressive people that when the problem comes or something, they ghost you. So again, they are unable to communicate the problem. They are unable to solve the problem. And this is where the problem is. And to understand their lie is that they don't believe in themselves. That's the problem. That is the biggest issue. That they are disconnected from this emotional part and this internal part, this individual part, and you are actually an external expression of that. And that's exactly the same with your twin flame, that whatever is in here, that is an external expression in that person. And this communication between the two of you is actually played outside. So whatever you see outside, it's actually in within, between the head and the body. That this internal battle and miscommunication is actually in both of you. So this is how you could actually resolve that. You really listen to how the partner would like to communicate, and the partner listens to you, how you can express what you want, and you get to a healthy communication style. Because in order to do that, you have to work on yourself as well, both of you. So that's how you can actually heal yourself, both of you. Because their problem that they see you controlling, that's the problem. That even when you are not controlling, because you are so expressive, you tell when something is coming up, because you are more connected to your impulses, you are more connected to your emotions, and you tell it straight away. Compared to a very, very shy person, you seem very, very impulsive, more impulsive than what you really are. Because in reality, again, the combination of the two of you is in the middle, and compared to the middle, that's a healthy person, a secure person. You are not too much, and the other twin flame is not too much either. But the problem is that you are opposites on both sides, and compared to each other, the abuse seems enormous because you are just too far away from each other. So you come across as a very, very controlling and a very, very possessive person if you are a chaser, compared to this type of behavior who doesn't do anything. They see that they let you free, or they don't want to control you because they keep quiet and they go away. They let you calm down, but they don't see it, that from your point of view, what they do, it's actually control, but it's just a different kind of control, because they detach And what you would need is that they would turn into you, that they engage with the communication. So let's get to the problem. Let's talk about it. Let's resolve it. That's what you want. You want this soothing. But what they want is they want to go away and only want to come back when you are calm and smiling. And this is the problem. And that's exactly another reason why they lie, because they prefer to lie in order to keep peace. So they see it as a good deed, that I'm just, and this was the second one, when people want to protect you, they lie to protect you, and they see it as a good way of dealing with the partner, that they avoid the problem with the lying and they actually protect you. But in reality, they don't see that's a problem. Your perception that you don't want the lie, you want to see the problem so you can resolve the problem. And this is something that you can think about when you come across with lies, that when you see why another person can lie, and it's generally a self-protecting mechanism because of their weaknesses, because of their wounds, because of their fear, you are going to be able to process it a lot easier compared to, oh my God, I am attacked, that I am a victim. And at the same time, you feel that you were maybe silly to allow the other person to do that to you because you didn't recognize it. But in reality, you have to realize that the runner has very, very, very serious trust issues with the opposite gender, that is coming from their opposite gender parent. And your goal is to heal yourself. You cannot change another person. You cannot heal another person unless the other person also wants that. So you have to recognize how much help you can give a person, because of course you can try, but there has to be a limit to it, because your help can come across again as abuse and control from the other person's point of view. So these are the things you have to be able to process in order to start your own healing. See you in my next video.